welcome back to the Forgotten City. We are here near the center of the city, next to Equitia.
Majestic.
Now, if I remember correctly, we ended... Oh my god. Yes, I know you need my help. We ended with the discovery of how to cure Yulia, but whatever his name up there already committed suicide. So
Ave.
we may need to break the golden rule to reset things. Because I don't really know. I guess we can head over here. I'm not really sure where else I can explore. So there are these aqueducts. The aqueducts and the cistern. Oh, invisible wall. But we don't have the key to the cistern. Or at least I think it's the cistern. I'm pretty sure the quest popped up that it's the cistern when we got there. Yeah. Well, we could also ask Equitia. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Goes right into here. Well, I guess actually that makes an easy way to get back if we do break the golden rule. Although we want to get those 4,000 denarii over on the other side. So actually, let's just go down this path again. Yeah, see, so it's just from here. That seems kind of unnecessary. It's like not that big of a difference. I don't know. Oh, what's up there? Am I... Dude, how do you get light enough for these vines? Okay, so this is the second place we've seen these vines. They're also in that cave. I wonder how... Yeah, I can't think of any way that we've seen to make ourselves lighter. Let's just make sure he's dead already. Yeah, he's dead. Alright. And we can't go into here. Yeah, the Great Temple door is locked. Okay. Where is the best place to break the rule? Down there is where that locked door is. Whee! We could talk to the... Do we want to Watch the trial or try talking to the intruder again. Let's see the trial. Let's see how that goes.
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Oh wait, no, I figured out more things for
Did you
her.
notice
I
anything?
totally forgot about that. Yeah. Some people mentioned a coin.
Yes. I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
And then the memory lapses.
That's true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here.
I completely
It's
forgot
as
about
I
this.
feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
A Karen.
And did you happen to catch her name?
A Karen.
I see. And was this Karen by any chance wearing a hood?
I didn't totally remember that, but I guess she was wearing a
Because
hoodie.
I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Whoa. An assassin is...
What? How could you know that? And why are you talking to me instead of doing something about it? Please, go and stop him, and come back to me once we're no longer in danger.
Oh, so I need to figure out how to deal with that guy first. Alright.
May Apollo keep you safe.
Well, what could I possibly do to him? I have the poison. That's like my only weapon right now, right? Where is it? Hemlock. Oh, so I still keep these things even after I've given them to other people? That's nice. Maybe that means I won't need to do it every time. Salve. Hey, Rufius, can I have another favor? Can you, protect me?
You again.
I guess not. Okay.
See you around.
I guess, he doesn't have a weapon, but he's...
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
So this guy was there when the building collapsed. I want to know why he's going over here.
Citizen.
Rufius is going over there too. Oh, is it the vote? Oh my god, the vote might be happening soon.
Citizen.
What is going on here? Don't see anyone else coming. What? He doesn't see me. Where did... Georgius didn't go this way, did he? Maybe they're going down for a drink.
That lamp. Not bad.
Galerius?
You,
Horatius?
Catalyst, cannot
Looking a
catch
bit
the
troubled
drops of
there.
water. And the
that's-
tree you grasp
Still no sign of
eludes
Centilla.
you.
And I haven't slept right 3 weeks.
Well,
Okay, Rufius is coming here. Maybe, I don't know where Georgius went though.
Nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about it.
Whatever. Okay. Well, yeah, let's try talking to the assassin again then, see what happens. Maybe there's some way I can prevent her from going in there.
You have to do.
Yeah,
Man
yeah.
arrived. You have to.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. I have to hide. Find me in this empty.
Do not go in there.
Why?
Just trust me.
All right. Fine. Come and find me in my bakery instead. Please be careful.
Oh, okay, so she actually didn't go in there. Good for her. It's her bakery, okay. Well, maybe we can get him, the assassin, to go in there. Let's do a quick save. Maybe I can blind him with my flashlight.
Stop right there. I'm looking.
Oh my god! Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city, second building on your left.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure...
Man, this assassin is an idiot. You're an idiot, assassin. Idiot, idiot, idiot. What a menacing walk with his legs clipping through his robe. Yo, you might as well just give me your bow now so I don't need to dig through the rubble, bud. Give me the bow, give me the bow, give me the bow.
Curse you, cultist.
Oh god! Oh, I thought he lived for a second. I thought he... What? It like... It didn't crush him at all. What? He's totally fine. Well. Heck, I'll take it. Take the arrows too. Take a denarius. And bounty notice. Emperor Nero has ordered the execution of a cultist named Quinctius with different colored eyes. Oh god, who was that? Who had the multicolored eyes? Was that Malleolus? By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean-shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. Wow. Alright. Man. Oh, no, don't equip the bow. Jeez Louise. Okay. A lot of things just opened up. Not that button. Let's just go through these. Figure out how to stop Ulpius. Okay. We can probably do that by convincing Amelia is alive. Figure out how to make Malleolus drop out of the election. Probably because he's Quinctius, maybe? Yeah, talk to Ulpius once he doesn't kill himself, presumably. Livia. Well, we dealt with the assassin guy, so we can talk to Equitia again. Figure out how to get Galerius elected. Well, if we get Malleolus to drop out, now that we know he's Quinctius, probably can. And that will get us duly out of prison, which will get us the key to the upper cistern. Okay. But then the palace. The palace we don't know yet. The palace is the big mystery. But first, before anything else, let's head to the bakery. But this is great. This means we'll always have the bow. We don't need to worry about that anymore. Oh, she's down here. Fabia. Talk to me, Fabia.
You took care of him?
He had a tragic accident in Metrine. Oh,
Accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
did you read the sign outside? You know, the sign outside says it was in danger of collapsing. If I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder. That's a smart answer.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
No problem, Fabia.
Speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
Bread. You're a baker, right? What's your story?
There's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How did you end
I
up
suppose
here?
it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me. A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
This is interesting. That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were a day's ride away?
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are?
Are you
for us?
Karen? I don't remember exactly what Karen looked like, but she looked kind of like you. Is she the I mean, how did she know the assassin was coming? For one thing. Fabia, I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Fabia. I think you're the big bad. You're the big bad wolf here.
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
I don't belong here.
Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it? Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Have you met people?
You're funny. I'll bet my friend Georgius will like you. And those interesting clothes of yours. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop. Alright. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
I'm on to you, Fabia. If you turn out to be a Karen in disguise, No, I have his bow. And I'm not afraid to use it. Oh, the election's on. Fabio doesn't seem to care. Jeez Louise, but where is it? I'm gonna go to that little Colosseum ring. Oh, it is right here. Oh, hey, Vine's right here. We can climb this pillar eventually when we figure out how to be light.
Malleolus. Galerius.
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil.
Malleolus.
Rufius.
Malleolus.
And finally, Domitius.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus.
Enjoy my light.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply
Oh, I bet you
honored
are.
to have been elected your majesty. And now, I make this
I am your ruler now.
citizens, under my leadership,
Fear me.
you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe, because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era. The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
What? I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Wait, I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
You're just gonna punch each other?
It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why he's in his gladiator gear. They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate has spoken. I'm going to enjoy killing you, old man. Out of my
The many shall suffer for the sins
Oh
of the
god.
one.
Okay. So, we gotta get... Probably didn't take the best way. Maybe I did. So we know there's no way that is what breaks the Golden Rule, because no one actually dies yet. Yep. Thank you. Nice. Arrows and 4,000. Ow. Man, another 4,000 denarii is so clutch. Man, he gets here fast. Yeah, so there's no way that is... Well, also, okay, interesting thing. The assassin is for sure not who kicks off breaking the Golden Rule. Because it goes off anyway. Who's walking over there? Oh crap.
Salve, friend.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds serious.
Oh.
I'm listening.
Oh, I can tell Galerius to do stuff? Holy crap. Okay, Yulia's dying, but Lucretia can't help her without this Silphium. Take some of it and go quickly.
Yulia? Oh no. Alright, I can do that.
Rufius has been threatening Virgil, but if you give him some of this willow bark, it will treat his rheumatism and he'll settle down.
Poor Virgil. Poor Rufius too, I guess. Alright, got it.
I need you to stop Fabia entering the empty shrine and tell the new arrival he'll find what he's looking for in there.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood. I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
That is really funny that you just sent Galerius off to do this crap. Alright, so let's see if we can keep Ulpius alive now. But as I was saying, so we know the assassin doesn't break the golden rule because he was dead at the time that it happened. We know it's not the trial because the vote, the gladiatorial like combat, because no one actually dies before the golden rule is broken. And Malleolus had already said the combat would occur beforehand. It was like a minute later that the actual golden rule was broken. So, very curious. I wonder if it's... Okay, well, none of the women, except for Equitia, were at the trial. Or vote. I keep saying trial. But at the election, we know that there's Naive, or whatever her name is, in that palace. There's this Christian girl. There's Fabia. And Claudia. And Scintilla or Sentia is the girl we're trying to find, and then her sister is in there. And those... Oh, and the bar lady and Livia. Are those all the women I know? I think those are all the women, but...
So, welcome
yes, hello,
tonight.
Octavia. I need to talk to Ulpius.
Well,
I can't believe this is how it ends.
It's not over, Ulpius.
No. Ulpius, what?
That's the idea.
What?
Why do you think?
I know. Please.
I'm sorry, but I just don't.
Please, I'll help him.
I will help him. I'll talk to him. Is this what Scintilla would want?
No. Well, you don't It's too... If I backed up...
Lucretia was able to get some Silphium in time to save her life. She's going to be fine.
Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off.
Oh, buddy, do I have that?
Really?
He's so shocked.
So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then.
Whoa, your eyes, bro. Calm down. No, you'd be free.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers.
Of course!
It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed.
To be honest, we don't. There usually aren't time travelers, but here's your money.
I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
You could tell me about your relationship with Scintilla.
Ah. And there it is. All right. Scintilla and I were in love. And then, 22 days ago, she went
This
missing.
little dot on the screen is distracting me. Why don't you start from the beginning?
All right. One night a few months ago, when I was cleaning Malleolus' villa, I heard a young woman singing. It was the most beautiful thing I had ever heard. I wasn't allowed out, so once everyone else was asleep, I climbed up the inside of the villa and onto the roof, just to see where that sound was coming from. And that's when I saw her, standing in the garden of the magistrate's villa. I just sat there on the roof, listening to her with my chin on my knees. And for the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. And then she looked up and saw me, and she smiled. I knew at that moment the fates had brought me to her, and from the moment she asked my name with this warmth and curiosity, I knew I'd have done anything for her. And so for weeks on end, each night I'd climb out of the villa and into her father's garden. We'd hold hands and talk about all the things we'd do once we got out of here, like having our own vineyard. And then one morning I woke up and everyone was out searching for her. They said she'd vanished in the night. All I could do was keep my head down and try to hide how beside myself I was. Scintilla was the one thing that made my life bearable. But with her gone, things unraveled quickly. You saw how bad it got.
Is it possible she escaped somehow?
All I know is she loved me. And if she had known a way out, she would have told me. She'd never have taken her own life. And there's no way anybody could have killed her under the Golden Rule. I can't prove it, but I just know she's still alive somehow. Even now, it's as if I can hear her voice in my head, crying out to me. That can only mean one thing. Somebody abducted her. I have no idea how, or who would want to do something like that to such a sweet, lovely girl. But what else could have happened?
Okay. Any ideas of who might have taken
My
her?
guess? Malleolus had something to do with it. He is without doubt the most evil man I have ever known. I have no idea where he'd be keeping her, but there is one room in his villa, upstairs, which is always locked. I've never seen the inside of it, and I haven't been able to steal a key without breaking the Golden Rule. But I have a feeling that if you could get in there somehow,
Do you mean Claudia?
it could shed light on a great many things.
Yeah, no sign of
Oh.
Scintilla in there.
I see. That was the only idea I had. I'll give it some more thought. Come and find me a little later.
What?
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
Well, I guess I need to talk to him later. That was weird.
Salve, friend.
Salve. What's Salve versus Ave? Okay. Is it like hello versus good day kind of thing? I don't know. Oh no, this little statue again. Hello, dear. Haha! You're still freaky. Okay. Man, I want to fire this bow, but Don't want to break the rule yet. Equitia, where? Oh, there she is.
We're free. Malleolus just released us, and we never have to set foot in that villa.
What the?
Again.
What? How?
The newcomer arranged
Welcome.
it somehow.
Really? That's incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Can I talk to you again now?
Shalom.
Shalom. Any more ideas about where Scintilla might
I
be?
feel like I've looked everywhere. At least everywhere I could get to. There are still two places I've never been able to reach.
The palace?
First, the palace.
Yep.
If Navia managed to get in, then I suppose Scintilla could have too. The only other place she could be is somewhere in the Cistern network. I remember hearing that Dooley had been poking around in the upper Cistern before he was locked up.
Who are you gonna vote for?
Sentius, I suppose.
What about
I'd
Galerius?
have to be insane to vote for Malik.
Okay. I'll be going
All right,
now.
friend.
Welcome.
Citizen.
So let's make sure that the guy is dead now. He is. Take some more arrows, why not? Man, what would we do if we didn't get that chest full of 4,000? If we didn't find that chest full of 4,000 denarii? I guess it said we could take a loan from Malleolus. Alright, let's go to the bathhouse, lady. Not for any dirty reasons, you know, just... yeah. Just say all the normal things. Karen. Wearing a hoodie. Alright, I'll meet you in the baths.
Too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Ah, good point. Good point, Equitia. Tap E to follow your guide? Like it auto walks for me? That's funny. That's real funny. Once you're a certain distance away, you can't do it. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to the baths. I was gonna ask Dooley about Scintilla.
Hello.
Let's talk about your treasure.
Used to look after. He said he gave all of
Yeah, we... Okay. Never mind.
Bye-bye.
I think we need to let him out before he'll talk to us more. Well, and honestly, we just need the key and then we'll decide. Good thing Equitia didn't look over and see, you know, the dead guy, because that would have freaked her out. I'm coming, Equitia. Oh. Big load. Big load on this one. This could be a big moment for us. Might as well do another quick save. Man, really had to go all the way to the other side. Alright, make sure no one can hear us.
Alright, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp.
Oh, it just auto pulls out my
Do you see
flashlight.
it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin.
That's
it's
creepy.
Just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh my god.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead.
Why am I so dumb?
Charon,
I should
who,
have
in
realized
exchange
that.
for the coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx.
Yep.
The river that separates the land of the living.
I had the
from
Styx
land of the
part,
dead.
but
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I really like the idea of Karen as the ferryman of the dead. Such a Karen.
I'm afraid so.
This place is
It's
the
all
underworld.
starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So we're dead?
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol
Why in the
was
mouth?
a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Why didn't you all recognize Karen immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
They did. It's Fabia. Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon
Maybe
would
not,
always
I don't
require
know.
a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Ooh, spooky.
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
Alright, that's all the questions I had.
We know where we are. We have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate.
Whoa.
So it seems you have two options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Notice you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Can't we just escape the way
It's
we
a
came in?
reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Tell me more about confronting Pluto head-on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from? That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the golden rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
You do seem different to anyone I've ever met. And even that lamp of yours looks like something Prometheus might have stolen from the gods. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first,
Prometheus, the hero.
And for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
Interesting.
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
American. I don't know. Where would I find them?
To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place. It would have had the god's name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argued there is only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding since the fire last year, so finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you could find that, you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Secret shrine. Huh. I wonder if we should follow Octavia. Or she'll just tell us, I don't know. Where would I find the Greek plaque?
But perhaps you should begin your search with the
Oh,
local
Georgius.
Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Why does it say ask Dooley about it? Okay. Where would I find the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago.
I was gonna say, I
But
don't
did
remember
hear
him.
Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern.
Okay.
So, perhaps you could talk to her. Or just take a look in his room.
Oh! Why is that an X? That was a creepy sound. I don't know. I can't ask her even after resetting the timeline?
I'm
Whatever.
afraid you're on your own with that one. But perhaps finding the other three will illuminate the way.
Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a
As
guide.
I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
Claudia? Claudia and Quinctius? So she might be willing to work against him to help
If the
us.
stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her?
Who is
without being
Sentius's
noticed by her
wife?
captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
Spirit guide. I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful, if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Perhaps she said, wait against the current, and her tears run through the city, and she weeps where the water flows.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
Perhaps I need to get into the upper cistern.
Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Alright.
Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would
Holy
comfort her to
crap,
know
there are
she's
so many
not
people to
alone.
talk to. Oh man, which do we want to start with? I don't even know if I want to start with any of these. Sure, we can chat with
In
Olivia.
any case,
Oh, I'll
time
just
is
set
of
that as the
the
quest. I don't know if we'll
so
actually do
let's
that.
begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Do we know why... I don't... Decimus? I don't remember his... Decius? Do we know why he wanted a bow? Oh, the plaques are side one. Okay, Herculean task. Collect all 4 stone plaques. Golden rule. Create a time paradox. Okay. Okay, I don't even see that there. I don't remember. He wanted a bow for something, though. It's all up to you. Yeah, it is, baby. Let's go. Prometheus the hero. On the job. We best not leave too soon after Equitia, otherwise that would be awkward. So, you two just chilling together for all eternity? That's cool. Oh, the big load. And now that we know it, well, I don't know that we know, but we have an idea that it's Pluto. I wonder if we can talk to the guy down below here and see what's up with him. In fact, let's check that right now. We're already here. Oh, another big load. Always entering here, I forgot about that. Alright, let's just save.
Ah, a visitor. Welcome.
I'm Prometheus.
Tell me.
Oh, is he Kaboosh? Looking for Kabash.
Ah, Kabash. I know this man. He came through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request.
Yep.
The one thing I long for above all.
Good philosophical argument, yep.
Let us find out.
Have you deduced the name of the god responsible for the Golden Rule? Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
If I have
Good
to.
enough for me. Now, let me begin with a question.
Okay.
Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
I'm not sure. It's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the Golden Rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the Golden Rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, we just need to listen to someone else who's certain. We don't necessarily need to know ourselves. Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
Oh my god. There's more than one. No, I don't think so.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
No such thing as correct morality. I suppose we just haven't figured it out yet. Let's be hopeful.
After hundreds of years, and as many great thinkers dedicating their lives to these questions,
idiots!
What hope do we
Everyone!
have if our best and brightest haven't been able to answer them?
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Yes. Fair
If
point.
there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached. Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector. And life under tyranny is no utopia at all.
Oh my god. Yes? Sure, why not?
I admit, I am talking a lot. Forgive me. I'm just excited to have company. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company? It's a long story.
I'm listening.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated, he drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life. I woke up on the banks of the Styx at a campfire opposite Karen. Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time, to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
It's... Well, sure. Tell us about Romans versus
The
Greeks.
Romans call him Pluto, but long before that, my people called him Hades.
Ah, so you have the Greek tablet. Maybe. Why can't you
My
return to the
generation was
surface?
wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here. I think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Why can't you tell me your
I fear
name?
that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away.
Where are you getting
Some from
food?
malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years.
How have you survived down
Living
here?
in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation. So I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner. As you wish.
Okay. There's no way he knows a way out.
If I did,
Yeah.
would I be living like this?
What do you think about the golden
Did we
rule?
not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm toying with you. Okay. Let's ask about Kabash first.
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
With you so far?
There was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
How did it get
I
here?
had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden.
Creepy.
Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
What's in there?
There are certain things you must see for yourself.
Cool.
Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
This sounds awesome. I want to see some Egyptian architecture. I'll be going
I
now.
enjoyed our chat, but please, keep my presence here a secret, yes?
Alright. So, if Pluto can't see down here, can I kill you and no one would know? I won't try it. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Okay. Well...
Ah, you've returned.
Ooh, I'm excited about this. Enter the catacombs. Ooh, baby! Alright. Alright. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, we've had some bombs drop in this episode. I think we're gonna save. And we'll leave it for next time. There are so many things, so many leads now, that I can't even keep up with all of it. But luckily we have this quest log for the most important stuff. So, yeah, I think this game has multiple endings. So I'll need to be aware of that as well. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we still have nearly 5,000 denarius. That's good. Or denarii, I guess. But yeah, okay. We're gonna head through these catacombs as soon as we come back. So, thanks for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.